It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It has.
Live from the War Room, alongside Chris Schroyer, I'm Shrikar Agender, and Sam is going to be joining us in just a moment. 2025 has come to a close. We got Lockham in our chat saying you guys are late. I'm sorry. We're here now. Look, this was a great year, obviously, and now we're kind of in this dead period where there's just nothing going on. I moved out to Rockford, Illinois. I got a job out here. I've been busy settling in over here.
The boy's making it big time, but he still got love for the homies.
Always. We were always going to keep this going. And now that everything is settled in and stuff, we can really get rolling on this. But I'm also a little bit sick, so sorry if my voice sounds a little hoarse. But we wanted to go over our awards for 2025, maybe give y'all some early predictions for UFC 324, the first event of 2026, which is on January 24th. A full minute late, guys, going Hollywood. I swear, I'm going Rockford. I'm not going Hollywood. I'm going Rockford, Illinois. But Chris, overall, yes, before we get into our awards, and we'll get Sam's thoughts on this too when he comes in, what's your thoughts been on the year? Obviously, one of the strongest years we've seen from the UFC as a company, as a business. What have you felt about the fights, man? What have you felt about the fighters? What have you felt about everything that's transpired this year?
I thought this was a very pivotal point in the UFC's, I would say, long but, short in considering, other professional sports histories. I think this is probably one of the best years that we've seen in the past decade, honestly, in the entirety of the UFC.
That's since I started watching. So if y'all don't know, I started watching like 2023.
Yep.
So since I started watching, it's probably the best year.
Yeah, this has been probably the best year. Just constant action. There were, obviously it's hard to put on a good card every single time. It's not going to happen, but there were cards this year where, at face value, you're looking at it and you're really not excited for it just because there aren't high level names on it or highly touted prospects. But there were a lot of diamonds in the rough this year that I was very pleased to see. And, I like to watch every fight as we do here in the War Room, and, we consider ourselves hardcore fans, but I just think that from top to bottom, with all the pay-per-views now turning into numbered cards, I also want to consider the UFC's merger with Paramount as part of the year, and even TKO.
Yeah, that counts.
I think that this is without a doubt the best year in UFC history, and I really think it's only going to go up astronomically. I really do not see any faults that are going to be made in the future. I am so excited for the Paramount era. I'm excited to see, how TKO now, partners with the UFC and what that may bring. And especially we've seen what TKO has been doing with WWE. And even if you don't like WWE, it's making it 10 times better from a business standpoint. It's the marketing and everything. I think that we're going to see UFC really take 5 steps forward and no steps backwards. So I'm excited. I thought all the fights were good. Amazing changes in championships. This was a very big year for parity, which doesn't happen very much in the UFC. I know we like parity, Shrikar.
Yeah. I mean, no current champ has defended the belt, and obviously you point to Pereira, but Pereira hasn't defended since regaining the belt. So I definitely saw a lot of parity. I think this current set of champions is really good heading into 2026. And obviously, we're going to see what happens with lightweight, with the whole Topuria situation and what's going on with Gaethje and Pimblett. We'll give you guys our prediction for Patty Gaethje later on in the stream, which be excited for that because me and Chris went to war.
No, we were fighting over text today.
And our boy T Money, we went to war.
It was bad.
Gaethje and who was going to win. So
no love lost, though. No love lost. It's all fun games.
But we'll put on an encore performance for you guys. But if you're here in the stream with us, make sure you like it up. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on those notifications. We are going over the MMA War Roomies, which is basically our Oscars, our Grammys.
Pretty much.
War Roomies. If you have any better name suggestions, throw it in our live.
Please drop it in. We can use it for next year. That was the best
we came up with. And we'll obviously get Sam in here. We're going to start with the awards, but as soon as Sam gets in here, Chris, where are you at, man?
Oh, what happened? Did I click something?
Bro is now black on my screen.
I'm sorry.
There you go. But
I accidentally clicked. I guess I had it on my mouse on my thing. I was trying to mess with my mic to make sure my nice Yeti microphone was on.
we love a good Blue Yeti. But I know if you notice, knockout of the year is last on this list. We're going to be doing a full bracket. I made an awoofufu, and we're going to go over it together.
It took me so long to learn how to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long word, but we're going to go over that together. So hope y'all enjoy. Let's get right into it. Sam, hop in here as soon as you can. We're going to start with fight of the year. I think there's a few very strong candidates. I think there's a very strong top 5. I'm going to say Royval Van is in the conversation.
1,000%.
I'm going to say Sadikov and Mata is in the conversation. All right. I'm going to say if we dip into contender series, if that is allowed, Vologdin and Martinetti is in the conversation.
Yes.
What else could be there?
I think JDM versus Bilal Muhammad too.
JDM Bilal is there. Marab and Jan is there. A lot of good fights. My pick is ultimately going to be, and it might be a little biased because I was in attendance for this fight, I'm going Royval Van. Royval Van. Very, very close. I'm kind of splitting hairs with that and Vologdin Martinetti. I just give Royval Van the edge because of stakes that were attached to it. Obviously, it was a flyweight title eliminator, UFC 317. But we talk about that fight. We're always going to think about how these two guys came to absolutely scrap. It was a dogfight through and through until that last knockdown by Van. We never really knew who was going to win that fight.
Agreed.
I had it in my mind before the knockdown that I still had Van up 2-1 on the scorecards, but you could have really went either way before the knockdown. And then when the knockdown happens, and I can tell you from being in the arena, that was one of the biggest adrenaline dumps I've had in my life. So much to the point where I was damn near like knocked out. Well, I wouldn't say knocked out. I was still awake and buzzing. But when the Pantoja fight came on and Pantoja got the sub, the arena had kind of felt like it was drained of its energy because we were all reveling in Royval Van.
Right.
And I think those are the type of moments that create a fight of the year. When it happened, that was a hallmark moment for flyweight. I think it is the second greatest flyweight fight ever, besides DJ and Cejudo 2.
I don't know. I feel like because that was a 5-rounder. So if we saw that for 5 rounds, that could, I think just given the time that we got it in, I think that's probably the best flyweight fight I've ever seen.
Arguably the greatest flyweight fight of all time. I think this is the fight of the year. I
have no opposition on this side. I really want to do that as my fight of the year, but I'm going to be a little bit different. It very much is a top. It's top 2, undoubtedly, and it should be number 1, especially on my list. But I'm going to be different here. I'm not going to go Adrian Luna Martinetti versus Mark Vologdin.
Wow.
That was amazing. The most fun I had watching a fight almost ever. Ivo Aslan versus Ivo Baranowski.
One that we didn't mention when going on our little preamble.
That was awesome. That no technical skills whatsoever. Just
fight of the year, though.
2 mammoths going at.
It was 90 seconds, Chris. That is not the fight of the year.
Yeah, I'm rage baiting. Now I'm gonna go Mark Vologdin versus Adrian Luna Martinetti, just to be a little different.
That's valid.
This was on Contender Series in, I forgot which week it was. I mean, I really think it's these. I think it's these two, and there really can't be any others in conversation, because when you just saw the amount of damage on both of these guys, all 4 of these men in each fight, it was absolutely unfathomable that they were all standing. Well, Royval got knocked down, but for Royval Van, 200 significant strikes landed on both sides. That's the most strikes landed in a flyweight fight in UFC history. Not the most strikes landed in UFC history, which is crazy because Max Holloway landed more strikes by himself against Calvin Kattar than that entire fight combined.
My God.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. I'm just going to be a little different. Obviously, I feel like Royval Van is probably fight of the year, but I had a lot of fun. I know Shrikar had a lot of fun watching Martinetti versus Vologdin. Both guys getting a contract, which you have to do some crazy stuff. Yeah, you have to do some crazy stuff for Dana White to give both of you a contract. And I'm excited to see both these guys in the UFC. So just a little bit of a different pick to, have a little bit of parity here. But I do hold Royval Van.
An award prediction: knockout of the year, Pantoja versus the Octagon Floor first round.
Well, we haven't gotten to knockout of the year, so maybe Shrikar put that in his
I'm still stand on it that we made the right call with Van.
We did. Van caused it.
Entered the stew. Am I about to put him on flash because his angle don't look good?
Oh, 1 minute.
All right. We wait for the return of Sam in 1 minute.
The return of Samuel Corcoran.
I think there's another fight we didn't mention. Diego Lopez and John Silva.
Yes.
OJ, I think easily could have been in this conversation. Probably
I agree.
Top 3. I think that is easily one of the best fights of the year. Even though it lasted 2 rounds, you look at the finish from Diego Lopez. These two guys swinging at each other in that second round. In the first round, Diego Lopez taking full mount and just battering Silva. Silva somehow getting out of it without the fight being stopped. That is easily a contender for fight of the year.
I also got to show love to Chris Duncan and Mateusz Rambetsky.
I knew that was coming too.
I love that fight so much. That was so amazing.
Which, if you look down at our list at Fight Night of the Year, Tyra Park could be a dark horse. I'll just say that. But in terms of fight of the year, I think there's a lot of good candidates. Obviously, Sadikov and Mata in Baku, incredible fight. I'm trying to think what else happened this year. A very underrated one. If you guys were tapped in to every event, to the Apex especially, Julian Erosa versus Melky Zayel Costa.
Yes,
amazing
Melky, man.
Absolutely amazing fight. As Chris mentioned, Evo versus Ebo, amazing fight. Lasted 90 seconds. So it's really hard.
It was so fun.
It was a fun fight. It was probably the best 90 seconds we've ever seen in the UFC. But it goes to show how much talent, not maybe how much talent, but we saw the talent, how much good fights we got this year. You could make a top 10, and a lot of them are in consideration.
I so agree.
So we're going to move on. Submission of the year. There's 2 submissions in my mind that are the clear-cut candidates for this award. The first one I'm thinking of, and Chris, I'm going to let you go first because I know we have the same 2. First one I'm thinking of is Merab and O'Malley at UFC 316.
I can see that, yes.
Merab defends the belt, finishes Sean O'Malley, which Merab doesn't really tend to do. So in that sense, it was really jarring and awesome to see. Mm-hmm. The other submission I was thinking of, UFC 314, John Silva submits Bryce Mitchell.
I was thinking of that as well.
So is your pick for this award one of those 2?
No.
Okay.
So, all right, I guess I'm going first. I have Bryce Mitchell versus John Silva. John Silva winning by a ninja choke. I have that as my second submission of the year. Very impressive. But the guy who I'm going to pick for submission of the year has never had a submission before this. I'm going with a very improbable method of victory win by Ignacio Bahamondes, getting Jalen Turner in his first submission victory,
which sold us so much money.
Of his MMA career. I was flabbergasted that Bahamondes was able to lock up a submission, especially like that. It was a triangle choke from the bottom. I feel like just because of the circumstances and the precedent that Bahamondes has never had a submission before and was able to do it against a very good BJJ practitioner and a lanky guy in Jalen Turner, I feel like that was just super impressive. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Bahamondes. It might not be a popular pick, but I'm gonna take it because I really liked how he was able to do that. So. Yeah, give me Bahamondes over Jalen Turner.
I think there are quite a few submissions I would take over Bahamondes. I was even thinking like Kayla Harrison getting the last second submission in round 2 over Juliana Pena to get the belt.
I just like improbable things that happen.
I guess, but I mean, it's not like Bahamondes doesn't have that in the arsenal, Like
No, but the thing is, we've just never seen it before, which made me happy to see.
All right, I'm gonna go Merab and O'Malley.
Okay,
I'm gonna go Merab beating O'Malley. I think we talk about the stakes. This was a title fight, obviously. Sean O'Malley was coming in as an underdog that was a very live underdog. People thought he would win. People thought that he'd at least, give a better account of himself than he did in the first fight, which was fair. I mean, I didn't disagree with that. My pick was Merab to win again. I thought he was going to do it by decision. But for Merab to go out there and absolutely, he executed the same game plan against Sean O'Malley in the first 2 rounds. And then in the third round, to lock up a north-south, which is a rare submission.
Yeah, it's a very rare submission. And you don't even really see that position that much unless it's really
you don't see north-south that much.
Unless it's from a failed takedown and the guy's almost just in a sprawl where it kind of just forces a north-south. Yeah, I would say that's a very impressive submission.
Yeah, it's a tough submission to lock up. And given that Merab was defending the belt, this was the submission where we were like, okay, who the hell is going to beat this guy? Because when he beat Umar, there were questions, or when he beat O'Malley the first time, it was, okay, let's see him do it against Umar. And then the Umar fight comes around, and people are saying, oh, Umar arguably won the fight, wasn't convincing enough, Merab is good, but, O'Malley can come around the second time and starch him, But this time, this kind of laid every doubt to rest. And I think that is why, when we factor in for Fighter of the Year, and it's going to come down to Islam or Merab for us, that is going to be a big hallmark moment for Merab's case because he finished Sean O'Malley. The only other guy to do that was Chito Vera. And even then, you could argue maybe an early stoppage. I personally would not argue that. I know Sean O'Malley argues that. I don't. But this one, O'Malley tapped.
Yep. He knew he was caught too.
Yeah, I think for Merab to put on that dominant of a performance, I got to go Merab and O'Malley. I think that's got it. But John Silva and Bryce Mitchell was my 2. I think it was right there. When we talk about the ninja choke, we talk about the buildup to that fight. My God, probably one of the best buildups we've seen all year for a fight. Besides your DDP Chimaev, besides your what else was a good buildup this year? Pereira Ankalaev 2 was a good buildup.
Yep.
I think John Silva and Bryce Mitchell, if we have a little sub award, was the best fight buildup of the year.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. I did notice a common theme in our submissions, though. 2 very unlikely ways of winning. Merab, known as kind of a decision merchant, and Bahamondes never had a submission. So we're almost along the same lines, just a little bit.
Which, man, when are we going to see Ignacio in the octagon again? I remember last time was Fiziev.
Yep.
That was in Baku.
And that was kind of just a levels fight. Fiziev showed him that there were levels to.
And obviously Fiziev at UFC 325 against Mauricio Hufi. Hey, we can give you the UFC 324 breakdown, and we'll do maybe even like a little. We'll just go through all the 2026 that have been announced because there's so much that we got to talk about on the stream. But I think those are the 2 we're going.
Oh, he's here.
He has risen.
He is risen.
I apologize for being tardy. I had some stuff to tend to. I'm on the road tomorrow, but I had to be here for the War Roomies. I have been waiting for this day for so long, guys.
All right. Well, you got some.
And I'm already late. Man.
All right. Give us your pick for fight of the year and submission of the year.
Fight of the year. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to go with one that has not been said yet. And so, no, it's Royval Van. I'll just get that.
What was the one you were going to say? Because I had one that
I wanted to say Umar Nurmagomedov versus Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 311. I love that fight. I want to nominate it. And I want to give it a huge shout out. But it is Royval Van. And unfortunately, Shrikar also took my submission of the year because I also had Merab O'Malley for submission of the year. I don't know how you submit Sean O'Malley. That was just a dominant performance from start to finish, man. Man. I don't know, but in comeback of the year, I feel like I have one.
Oh, this better be a clean sweep.
One, but I mean, I'm not gonna say it out of respect for my boy. So you
all right,
get on
Sam on 3.
Are we saying the winning fighter or the losing fighter first?
No, we could just say the winning fighter. 3,
all right,
2, 1. Yuri Prochazka.
Yeah. Watching that in Long Island was something else, man.
Oh, that was electric.
I'm gonna go with Cesar Almeida. I'm going with Cesar Almeida.
I mean, it was kind of the same thing. They were both getting beat up and down the block and pulled it out of the fire. So
Al Hassan was very, very close to ending that fight.
Yep.
Okay, and Cesar Almeida pulled it out the fire. A beautiful counter hook, slept Abdulrazak Al Hassan out cold. Out of pure respect for Khalil Roundtree, because that is my guy. I can't bring it within myself, and I'll give y'all a little bit of parody. So
I'll give an also nomination. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ante De Lija.
I think that's also a good shot.
That was a bit of a weird one, but I think that deserves a nomination as well, an honorable mention for me, because it looked like Ante De Lija won that fight. Sorry, I'm uploading something at the same time, and I have to make sure my computer doesn't like go to sleep, so it is on the side of my table. And yeah, anyways, I thought like it was a weird fight, weird stoppage at first, and then they come back and Cortez Acosta refreshes. So I would consider that a comeback, but I think true comeback, you have to go Yuri Roundtree, man. I mean, come on.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I completely understand. I'm very biased. I just can't, So, I mean, there were some great comebacks at the end of the day. I think you could also argue Lopez Silva for comeback of the year, but I think that was more of Silva just being dumb. But it was a comeback in its own right. So we'll give credit there where it's due. But comeback of the year was pretty clear cut. I think fighter of the year is also pretty clear cut to me. When you look around MMA circles, might be a little different. Dern versus Hebos.
Yeah, I'm just putting the cards that it was on.
I thought you were going to say Dern versus Hebos 2 was my pick.
No.
Oh my God, that would have been crazy.
I'm trying to categorize it so if the fans want to go back and watch some of these fights, they don't have to search and they can just go right to the card.
But anyways, I'm gonna go to Sam first for fighter of the year because I think we have the same pick.
I would put my entire life savings that I know who Sam's fighter of the year is,
and it is the correct pick for what it's worth. So,
all right, my fighter of the year is Junior Tafa. I mean, look at what this guy has. No, I'm just kidding. It's Merab. It's Merab. It's Merab. Let's be real. Close runner up though. I need to give him credit, and I think. I mean, it is Merab. I know he lost the title fight, and that does absolutely knock his stock down. But 3 title defenses in the year, you went for the 4th on very short notice against a guy who is one of, if not, he was also one of the best bantamweight fighters in the UFC right now. It's pretty crazy what Merab did in 2025. It's also crazy what Josh Van did in 2025, and he is a close, and I mean close second. I think Merab is like the clear-cut favorite, but Josh Van, I genuinely debated Josh Van versus Merab Dvalishvili.
So Islam was not in your discussion.
Islam was not in my discussion. It was. I honestly would have picked. No, Ilya fought last.
You're just picking Islam.
Did no one notice me typing Islam?
I did. Yeah, no, that's what I noticed. I thought that's why you were doing that. Look, I think with Islam, he's third. I also just think like
it's not. I just wanted to kind of rage bait a little bit. I think
not. There's a saying in the NFL. I'll use an NFL reference: availability is the best ability. I think the more you fight, the more bonus points you can get. Islam did something amazing too, and he is the number 1 pound for pound fighter, deservingly so. Wins lightweight in January, wins welterweight, in November.
But I agree. I think what Merab did this year, even though Islam did become a double champ, and that should be held in high regards. Obviously, that's a very limited class that he put himself in. I just think what Merab did this year, and I don't think he should be. I don't think his stock should be knocked down that much going for a record and honestly just putting on for the fans and the company. He went in there with someone who is a very talented fighter in Petr Yan. So, I agree. I think Merab should 100% be fighter of the year. And I'm sure he will be for the UFC honors as well.
Yeah, I got to say Merab as well. I was kind of like rage baiting after UFC 323, and I was like, oh, yeah, Islam is secured fighter of the year. And then I was like, yeah, it's such a dumb take. Like, I think it was Merab the whole time. And honestly, I think when you look at what he's done this year, when you really go back and look and the guys he's beat, the amount of time he's done it on, always made weight, always was, there for the company. He was a true company man this year. Beat Umar. You guys may say it was close, but he beat Umar. He finished O'Malley. He almost finished Corey Sandhagen.
Yep.
And then obviously the Jan fight. It was a great fight.
It was an amazing fight. That could have been fight of the year as well.
Yeah, I feel like Merab has definitely earned it. And I think he will come away with fighter of the year at the end of the day at UFC honors. And if he doesn't, then I don't know. I don't agree. Let's go to rookie of the year.
I'm excited for this one. I think there's a clear-cut guy.
Who is it?
I know my guy too.
I love El Chino Kevin Vallejos, but that boy Quillen Salkilled is a dog. That knockout over Hawk Faraz, man, that was eye-opening to say the least. I feel like he locked it up after that, and the sky's the limit for him. He's only 25, and he comes in the UFC and just starts putting BTA. So yeah, I got Quillen Salkilled in this one.
Yeah, he beat Anshul Jubilee in 19 seconds. Yeah,
man.
I will also go Quillen Salkilled. I think it's very, very close with him and Vallejos. If Malcolm Wellmaker beat Ethan Ewing, I think he would have been up there.
I agree. I think it would have been between them two.
And for what I think Ethan Ewing is definitely still up there.
Oh yeah, he is top.
Oh, yeah.
I would say he's top 5 undoubtedly.
I was debating between Salkilled and Wellmaker at first, and then I realized Wellmaker, excuse me, Malcolm Wellmaker. Say that 10 times fast.
That's hard.
I think it's Salkilled though, and I do want to give Vallejos some credit as well. But I think just Salkilled has been so much more dominant than Vallejos to another level. Vallejos is great. Salkilled looks like a monster in the cage. I would never want to come face to face with Quillen Salkilled. I mean, neither would I with Vallejos, but Salkilled scares the hell out of me, man. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's got to be Quillen. The 19-second knockout of Anshul Jubilee is one thing. He had a fight in between. I think it was against Yanal Ashmuz.
Yes.
Ashmuz by decision, and then he came out, starched Nasrat Haqparast. I mean, the guy's good. After I watched that knockout, I was like, okay, you can't give the guy prospects anymore because the guy is going to be a contender. I think he's definitely going to be a contender. So Quillen Salkilled, definitely got to go with him all across the board. We agree there. Now here is where we may have some disagreement. Pay-per-view.
There are a lot of contenders for this one.
A lot of contenders. Pay-per-view of the year. You can call me biased. You can call me anything you want. I'm taking UFC 317. I think that is the pay-per-view of the year. And I'll actually pull up the event to kind of back up my case. But when you look at it, prelims on, International Fight Week, obviously we know the main event, Ilia Topuria starching Charles Oliveira, which was, it's going to be a contender for knockout of the year when we get to the bracket. But we go up the list. Jacoby Smith submits Nico Price. Terrence McKinney submits Vyacheslav Borshev, which also could have been a contender for submission of the year. He did that in like less than a minute.
It was a minute.
Jose Miguel Delgado knocks out Hyder Emil in like 30 seconds. Obviously, RoboCop starches Jack Hermanson out cold to the point where we thought Jack Hermanson died. And that was all on the prelim. And then we go to the main card.
Not funny.
Talbot bouncing back from the Raoni Barcelos loss, beats Felipe Lima. People thought he was going to lose that fight, myself included. He goes out there, beats Felipe Lima. Dariush Moicano, we're not even going to talk about it. Joshua Van, Brandon Royval, fight of the year. I already put it there. Pantoja submits Kai Kara France, defends the title, and then Ilya starches Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was probably the best card since UFC 300, and Yeah, there's literally nothing to say about it. It was amazing.
It's crazy because I don't think it is the clear-cut favorite. It's my personal pick. I do think there's other options as well, but 317, man, International Fight Week always delivers, and like this year, it just delivered to the max.
I agree.
That was a great card, and I was torn on picking that one with the one I actually chose. It's a bit of a hot take. I'm going UFC 320.
Okay. That was actually my second choice.
That was your second choice. Okay, because I feel like this is a card. Sorry, I keep having to hit my computer. That it's important. Anyways, that was a card that I don't think people give the credit it deserves, if I'm going to be honest. Look at this card from top to bottom. Towards the early prelims were not great. So there's a lot there. I mean, they were okay. Some 29-28 decisions and a sub choke. But then you look at the prelims. Split decision between Wickloch and Patchy Mix. I think that's a yeah. I know Patchy Mix is not great, but still. We have a knockout, TKO, knockout. Taiba Gautier destroys Tristan Vines. Like it was a great fight. Then you look at the main card. Sub knockout decision. A almost Marab knockout in that decision. And then to top that off, and comeback of the year that we mentioned earlier, Yuri beating Khalil Roundtree. And then Pineda beats Ankalaev, the champ.
You know what?
Round
hey,
one.
can I make a switch to comeback of the year?
Yep.
I'm taking Pereira Ankalaev. I'm taking Pereira Ankalaev.
I like your thinking on that one, actually. That's honestly not a bad. If you think of it that way, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, it is part of the word.
He's not picking the fight. He's picking the rivalry.
It's like comeback player of the year for the NFL.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone thought Ankalaev was going to win again, and here in the War Room, we all told you guys Pereira was going to come back and win that fight.
Sorry, that looked out of bad.
Even Luke Fain.
Yeah, even Fain picked Pereira. You guys should have known.
That's crazy.
Yeah, once Fain picked Pereira, you guys should have known it was over. Bro does not watch UFC.
But yeah, I think that is the comeback of the year.
Shout out Luke Fain.
But I do agree, Sam. I think that 320, I think besides early prelims, banger. And I think
comeback of the year was all on 320.
Yeah. I'm just realizing that now. It works though. I mean, that was the event of the comebacks, if we really want to put it that way. So I think that was a great shout.
I like your thinking on that too. That's thinking outside the box a little bit.
And you could argue 320's main card was better than 317's. Just main card against main card. You could. Yeah, it's an argument. I'm thinking to myself. Because Pfeiffer gets the submission in the second round. That was really cool. Zalal submits Emmett in like a minute.
In 30 seconds, yeah.
Yuri Khalil.
It was an action-packed main card.
Yeah, like that was a fire main card. Like,
yeah.
I think that is a very strong 2 for me. But let's move on to the fight night of the year.
I have a clear-cut one for this one.
What is it?
It is the August 2nd fight night, where the main event. I don't even remember what the main event
was. This Tyra Park?
This was Tyra Park.
Right, yeah, I was picking that.
I didn't even remember what the main event was because the rest of the card was so damn good.
Yeah,
like that's a crazy thing.
And even then in the main event, Tyra submits Hyunsung Park in the first round.
I know, it was such a good fight night, man. Oh, that was so fun to watch. That's all.
Those fights back to back. You got you had Danny Silva versus Kevin Vallejos to open up the main card. Neil Magny getting a knockout win. Hossa versus Cornol wasn't great, but Elvis Brenner, Ribovics, Mateusz Rambecki, Chris Duncan, and Tyra Park back to back to back. That was pretty awesome.
Okay, I'll lean in a different direction.
Okay,
I can lean in 2 different directions. My first honorable mention, again, I'm not biased. I went to this event. I'm not biased at all. This is an honorable mention. UFC Qatar, Sarukian versus Hooker. Absolutely.
I have a question about that, actually.
Yes.
I have a weird question. Is that arena really small from the photos I've seen?
Yes. It was like a high school gym.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was a little caught off guard by that. The fact that they spent that much money to get to Qatar and it was a tiny arena.
Which is why it's an honorable mention for me, because that atmosphere, I enjoyed myself. It was a great event. The atmosphere does not compare, for as fire as the main card was, The atmosphere does not compare to the atmosphere at UFC France. My pick is going to be Imavov versus Bohaya.
Ooh, that's a great pick.
The crowd was going nuts the entire night. Easily the best crowd we've seen across fight night or pay-per-view. And you look at the card itself. Sam Hughes submits Shauna Bannon. The entire prelims, all finishes. We had Sam Hughes. We had Renat Fakhretdinov finishing Andreas Gustafsson. We had Robert Brycek finishing Brad Tavares. Sam Patterson finishing Trey Waters. Coway Fernandez with the leg kick TKO on Harry Hardwick. Ante Delia with his UFC debut knocking out Marcin Tybura. Umar Sy. And on the main card too. Axel Solis.
Pretty good card.
Mason Jones with another candidate for comeback of the year against Balaji Oki. I don't know how we didn't mention that fight. Modestas Bukowskis knocking out Paul Craig in the last second of the first round.
Oh, yeah, that nasty elbow.
BSD submitting Hoofy and ending the hype train for some people, not me. And then Imavov Bohaya.
Not me.
Nazarene and Kaio was a great fight too. So I think that's got to be the one. Like, as much as I love Tyra Park, I cannot tell you a lick of what happened on the prelims of that card. But because it got 2 fight of the night bonuses, I think it definitely deserved recognition. It's got to be from the strength of the card itself to the atmosphere that we saw. I think that's hands down the best fight night of the year. Like, has to be.
Oh, you're making me want to double back and change my pick.
Nah, I'm sticking.
Yeah, I gotta stick to my
I think you guys made a good pick. Like, I think Tyra.
I think I have to go with if atmosphere included. It's 100% Paris.
Yeah,
sticking to fights solely is where I made my pick, and that's where I went Tyra Park.
It's kind of crazy.
I honestly did not impact.
Card.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that I went Apex shows I didn't impact atmosphere. Like, I didn't factor in atmosphere at all with my pick.
I think what makes that even more like fire is that we were all like, okay, this is the sleeper event. Like,
yeah. We called it too.
It turned into, arguably the best fight night of the year.
And I said objectively, like, compared to other cards, it wasn't a great card. It ended up being fight night of the year.
Yeah. I mean, like, it definitely lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
We put on it. Not that the MMA world put on it, but that we put on it. So
yeah. No, Brenner Ribovics and Rombetsky Duncan back to back was just
I'm surprised you didn't pick that as fight of the year.
Me? Yeah, I was going to, but
give it a shout.
I did give it a shout because I had to. You know how much I love Chris Duncan. That man is him. But yeah, no, it was I really enjoyed watching Tyra Park. I mean, and every fight wasn't great. That's why I was like, oh, should I switch to Paris? Because pretty much every fight was like, wow, these guys are showing out. But I don't think there's a wrong answer between us. I think it's just preference.
All right. We have arrived at the moment that if you were still in here, which it doesn't look like there's anyone in here, but it's the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
Knockout of the year.
The Masters.
Full bracket. I'm going to go ahead and remove this real quick, and I'm going to put this up. I put it in a round of 32. So some of these knockouts
we did a ufufu for this. I didn't realize that.
Some of these knockouts are getting a first round bye.
Shout out Trikar for spending the time to make an ufufu.
And this is all random. Some of these are getting a first round bye. I can't pick which ones do. So
interesting. You're not allowed to choose that?
Yeah, I can't choose that, and it'd be biased if I did. So I'm not doing that. But I think we're ready to go. Round of 32. First up, we have Azamat Bakoev, his debut against Zach Reese, finishing Zach Reese, knocking him out cold. And then we have Diego Lopez's spinning elbow against John Silva. I think we all have a clear-cut pick here.
Yeah.
Azamat Bakoev.
No, Diego. We'll watch it one more time.
We're going with the crazy spinning elbow.
Absolutely insane spinning elbow. Yeah, I think this is the clear-cut one. So we'll go ahead and send this one through. All right, we got Malcolm Wellmaker and Chris Moutinho versus Quillen Salkild and Nasrat Haqparast.
It's got to be Salkild Haqparast, man.
It's got to be Salkild. Wellmakers was really good.
Wellmakers was good, but Moutinho is kind of a punching bag. No offense to Chris Moutinho. You have tremendous heart for stepping in the octagon every time. But yes, Salkild's was, I wouldn't say career. I would say career trajectory changing. And his stock just increased astronomically. So I think that was also just so out of left field. Like, we kind of expected Malcolm Wellmaker to make a statement with Chris Matinho, but I don't know anyone who expected Salkild to do that to Nasrat Haqparast, who's been one of the better non-ranked lightweights in the world. So,
I mean, in a different world, I think Wellmaker would have moved on if he wasn't going up against this knockout.
Yeah, this is a very tough matchup. This is a bad luck of the draw for Malcolm Wellmaker.
We have no objections. We're going Quillen Salkild. He'll be advancing to the next round. I think we're all good there. Evo and Ebo versus Bo Nickal head kick at UFC 322.
I gotta go Bo Nickal. Because Evo and Evo's, like, that was cool, but it wasn't as wow as Bo Nickal, because they were just throwing punches so anyone could have landed, and it wasn't a out cold knockout. It was more of a just Ebo got clipped and they were both getting clipped. I think as a fight, obviously I'd pick Evo versus Ebo, but as a straight up knockout, Bo Nickal doing that, and we didn't know that Bo Nickal could throw kicks like that. So
yeah, I think I have to go Bo Nickal here.
Which is like another candidate for comeback of the year. I feel like we just keep finding the candidates for comeback of the year.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I wouldn't really call Bo Nickal a comeback. Just
no.
Lost to
Evo versus Ebo.
No. I was talking about Bo Nickal.
Oh, really?
Because this was coming off the RDR loss.
Yeah, but I don't consider that a comeback. Like, RDR is objectively a better fighter than Bo Nickal. I know Bo Nickal's hyped up, but RDR was one away from competing for a title, man.
But also, like, at the time, everyone was calling it a fraud check. Like, everyone thought Bo Nickal was done after that.
I also think people just disrespected him because he got put on the UFC 300 main card, and people were still are, myself included, pissed about that.
And very nearly the 322 main card. Before they made this future prelim. But if this was on the main card, it would have fit.
It would have fit 100%.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with no Bickle.
No Bickle. No bat. We are going with Bo Nickal.
Oh.
Why would they give us this in the first?
This is a damn near championship one.
This would have been my championship.
This would not have been my championship, but this would have been a semifinal.
Call me crazy. I'm going with Roofy.
I'm going Hoofy too.
Like, I'm going Hoofy too.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, wow. That's a crazy first round exit.
I wrote out my top four. Both of these are in my top four.
Oh, that's an insane first round exit.
Oh, that's brutal.
Ilya would have made the final four. I hate a woofufu, man. Screw a woofufu.
And that's the video, guys. Roofy. No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta go Hoofy though. Like,
I gotta.
Yeah, no, it has to be.
The spinning wheel kick.
I think wow. If you want the shock factor, it's Ilya Oliveira, hands down. But just like technical, I'm going when I choose my knockout of the year. I'm going more like technical skills. One, technical skills. Two, like how badly the guy was slumped.
Yeah, Bobby Green was face down for minutes.
Yeah. To me, that's Hoofy versus Bobby Green.
Ilya just got hosed. Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah, that's a crazy first round exit.
Yeah.
Of all the matchups you could have gave Hoofy, you should have just gave Hoofy a freebie. Like, you should have just gave Hoofy Azamat Bakov. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, bro, those are the two buys right there, arguably.
Oh yeah, like
we have to do though.
Yeah, we gotta go Hoofy though. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ante D'Elia versus
another good one right here.
This
it has to be Jusong Hugo.
Yeah,
this is another one that's in my top four. It has and you want the slumped factor. This is the most slumped a guy has been in the UFC this year when you knocked him out. I know it was just a hook, like it's not as like flashy, but the fact that the guy was out before like he even hit the ground was crazy. Like, look at that. Look at how he's just like going towards the ground. He's
stiff board
right there.
Stiff board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go Jusang Yu over Checo Sergey,
who lost to Daniel Santos after this fight, but we will always remember the knockout.
Not Willie Cat.
Going through. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have my pick though. I'm going Lerone Murphy.
It has to be Lerone. I mean, it's great, but it has to be Lerone here. That spinning elbow counted out
also
many times.
We put through Salkild and Hawk.
I thought it was Sal. Oh yeah, we already did.
Oh no, if it was Salkild Hakpadas, that would.
Sorry, I'm so stupid. We literally just talked about that.
Yeah.
Lerone Murphy.
I gotta go.
Sorry, I just saw Quill and Salkild and I was like, oh yeah, we just did that.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Lerone.
Yeah, sorry.
I think now that Ilya's knocked out, Lerone is going to be a dark horse to make it.
Yeah,
potentially to the finals, but
we'll see
where he gets matched up. Ricky Simone. Okay, so this is round of 16. We got Ricky Simone.
Oh, this is it. Okay, yeah, Quill and Salkild.
Yeah, this is the one that has to.
All right, I forgot. I was like, no way. That would first of all, that would have been a crazy matchup if it was Lerone versus this Salkild knockout.
I'll give Ricky Simone his credit. I think this was one of the most underrated knockouts of the year. Javid was literally out cold for minutes after this.
Yeah, it was scary. He had nothing behind his eyes and just wide open staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, but I think we all got to go Quillen here. This is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Quillen got 2 easy matchups, so I want to see him against some tougher comp in this bracket. Lerone versus Pico versus Randy Brown and Nicholas Dalby. I'm going to go Lerone Murphy.
Yeah.
They gave the wrong fights first round buys. This is what I mean.
Randy Brown is an underrated one in my opinion.
Very underrated knockout.
I think it deserves more credit, but it has to be Murphy Pico.
Yeah, Dalby had never been finished before this fight, and Randy Brown put him out cold in one of the most underrated knockouts and one of the most underrated fights of the year. This was an absolute banger in Kansas City, but both of us, or all three of us, going Lerone Murphy. Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm still going Hoofy.
I'm going Roofy too.
I think I have to.
I think I have to go Hoofy.
I don't want to, but I think I have to.
Wow. Hoofy would have gotten through Ilya and Lopez. Man. Like, this is an insane, this is like some Yukon. Like,
the question is, would he do that in real life?
I mean, Diego's a featherweight.
He can fight at lightweight. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Roofy, though. Yeah, like Sam said, it's on technical ability and pulling that off. Even though a spinning back elbow is still very hard to do.
The spinning back elbow, like my one knock on the Lopez Silva knockout is the spinning back elbow was a little bit of desperation. And it was a little bit of luck and a little bit of desperation. Technically, it's also good technically, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But just how that fight was going, like that was a lucky elbow at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Roofy's was just like holy sugar honey.
Roofy's was just an F-U King Green. I am better than you. I am the king.
Bobby. Notice I didn't put King Green. I put Bobby Green.
Yeah.
It's always going to be Bobby Green to us.
It will always be.
Got to go Hoofy. I like what you're mentioning about Lopez and how it was potentially a lucky elbow, but also we sent a spinning elbow through with Murphy. And I think Lerone Murphy, his spinning elbow
was very calculated.
I think I'd take that over Lopez and Silva.
100%. Because he lured Pico into the trap and he was waiting.
Yeah. But a spinning wheel kick is just some stuff
that's insane. Yeah.
Gotta be Hoofy here.
Get my boy Roofy through.
Here we go. Cesar Almeida and Hassan versus Imavov knocking out Izzy.
I gotta go Cesar Almeida.
I think I got to go Cesar Almeida too. But my one thing with the Imavov one is like, it was a great punch, but like Izzy was not done just yet. And I know, I mean, the fight ended, but like Izzy could have lasted a little longer if Imavov didn't put the pressure on.
Yeah. Well, we're dealing with a TKO versus straight up knockout.
Yeah. Alassane was gone, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Now if we're thinking about it in terms of relativity in terms of like rankings and things and the actual impact that each knockout had.
This elevated Imavov.
Yeah, exactly. His stock rose tremendously.
Oh, his stock rose so much.
But
I mean, if you're knocking out Izzy, you're one of the best in the UFC.
I think Almeida's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's got to be Cesar. Also for the comeback factor and
yeah,
it's got to be Cesar. I think we're all going there. All right. Yuri and Khalil versus Jusong Yu.
Oh man. Sorry, my camera's off, but I'm
both of them folded like
I can't let Yuri advance.
Shrikar, Yuri's not advancing because I'm going Jusong Yu too.
No.
It's Jusong Yu. It's Jusong Yu. I'm sorry. Yuri is a great knockout. Jusong Yu is a gas knockout. That's how I like to put it.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter what I think because majority rules. So,
but you were clearly going to go Yuri Khalil. Explain your reasoning.
Like we said with the Cesar Almeida knockout, the comeback factor, the way he put it on him at the end. But I guess it really was. It wasn't more of a straight up knockout. It was more of a Khalil was just done, and he fell because he just couldn't take any more punishment. Jusong Yu straight up flatlined Jekasaragi. All right, I'll go Jusong Yu. Just on the basis of how the knockout, actually occurred and the aftermath of it. Because I mean, Khalil was done, but it wasn't a straight up. If he straight up knocked Khalil out cold, then I think that would hold a little more weight. But yeah, we'll go Jusong Yu.
Yes, I'm so sorry, Khalil. Why did they have to put you on this?
Oh man!
All right, Prates and Leon versus Bison versus Urkaev. This should be easy.
Prates.
Yeah,
Prates is getting our vote.
Prates, boom.
We'll make it very.
That's
quick.
another one. The guy was slumped.
Yeah, Prates go boom.
And just the images of that where Leon's like come on, that's crazy.
This is a good round.
I have a clear.
Olberg Reyes versus Bo Nickel.
I was gonna say clear cut. It's not clear cut, but I'm going Bo Nickel versus Vejeda. I think that's just a technically skilled, a much better knockout.
Dude, I'm going.
It's also
Olberg. I'm low-key going Olberg.
Ooh.
Hey, Team Money's in the chat.
Shout out Terrence.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I was working. I missed that whole debate y'all were talking about.
Hey, it was
after we finish this bracket, stay in our chat because we're gonna talk about 324 predictions right after this. So,
are you going Olberg Shrikar?
I think I'm going Olberg.
Oh my god! Now I have to be
only because this gave him the title shot. You know what I mean? Like Olberg is fighting for a title because he slumped Reyes like this in the first round. And I think stakes at some point, but the technical skill of, I think the technical skill of both were great. I think Olberg catching the check hook perfectly was a clean KO. I'm actually gonna watch it right now. But this was a clean KO from Carlos Olberg. Reads the high kick from Reyes perfectly, starts backing him down. You're gonna see Reyes pretty much rush in and boom, he's done.
Oof.
That was clean work from Olberg.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But with Bo,
Bo Nickel was pretty cool. Give me Bo Nickel.
Yeah,
wait for it.
Boom!
Yeah, Bo Nickel.
Cold. It's Bo Nickel.
Oh, he's twitching. He was twitching.
That's just like a headshot dead knockout kind of thing.
Oh.
I think it's got to be Bo Nickel.
All right.
Oh, that's a tough selly, though.
I'm outnumbered. We'll go.
Yeah.
All right. Pereira Ankalaev 2 versus
Elijah Smith.
It's Elijah Smith, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's got to be Elijah Smith.
In terms of iconic, it's Pineda, hands down. But
I don't even know about that.
In
terms of iconic, I think.
No, what? Oh, come on.
Slam.
Pineda is way more of an iconic knockout than Elijah Smith.
But he didn't even knock him out.
But still, the whole storyline and everything, that just makes it so iconic.
You're going to be watching
and
that
the celebration. We're going to be watching that Pineda knockout for the rest of UFC history, where that Elijah Smith knockout, I think most people are going to forget about in 2 years.
But
Guarantee
it's one of the most underrated knockouts of all time.
I don't know. I think a power slam knockout where the guy literally was dead for 5 minutes is a lot more iconic than a punch where he shot a takedown and laid on the floor for a minute.
You're never with the celebration and everything.
Power slam before,
but not like that.
We've seen people do the slam before, and they're just
Oh no, it's one of the best power slams in UFC history. But just like I think it's sort of like technical. I'm choosing that knockout to move forward, but just like in terms of iconic, like the celebration is just unreal, man, and everything that went into
diligence, and we'll watch both. Well, I mean, we don't really need to watch Per Uncle.
I don't think we need to watch both. It's just like I just want to like.
Yeah, like this.
I think that's way more iconic than what Pereira did.
It's not as iconic.
I don't know if it's more iconic than this. You know what I mean? Like
the whole storyline, the lead up, and then bang. I just knocked my headphones doing that. Bang. Like, and then no chama. Like, that's honestly the most iconic knockout of this year. That's literally the same.
I thought it was cool, but I wasn't super.
You're never gonna sell me that Elijah Smith is more iconic than Pineda's knockout.
Team Money thinks Sal Kill should get knockout of the year.
Stay tuned. He's still in the bracket.
He's still in the running. All right, but we're going Elijah Smith.
I do agree with Sam on the whole iconic factor. I think Pereira's is definitely more iconic.
I think if he knocked him out a little more clean, then I would have said it was more iconic.
All right,
round of 8. Almeida versus Bo Nickel.
Let's watch the Almeida one real quick. I don't think we watched that one yet.
So Abdul Razak Al Hassan literally just starts going crazy and tune him up.
He's about to be out and knocks him out like that. It's crazy, man. Both are good. I think I'm gonna go with Almeida versus Al Hassan. That's a knockout we don't see every day where someone's just getting like beat up about to win and they just blow a hook like that. That's more iconic than a head kick, or that's more of a technically better knockout. Like boom.
Picture perfect counter.
It's picture perfect. And I think Bo Nichols is also picture perfect, but I just think it's so unique to see a knockout like Almeida's. I have to pick that one.
I'm going last on this one. I don't know who I'm taking.
I'm going to go Bo Nickel.
Oh, God. I'm going to be the decider.
Yeah, I'm putting the pressure on Tricor. I'm a sucker for head kicks. I really enjoyed Bo Nickel's knockout. Especially because I didn't know that Bo Nickel could throw head kicks like that.
Tyler, was good, man. What happened to the lives? I've been settling into a new job. So as I was getting settled in here, all of us are kind of doing our own thing. We're back on it. All right, we're back on it.
It's a busy time, but we're back.
Yo, thank you for tuning in, Tyler. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Tyler, you're my guy.
Yeah, always, a loyal,
very loyal viewer. We appreciate that more than you know, brother.
But thanks for being here. We are back. We're not going to stop the content now. We just wanted to come back, give you gave us the idea. You were in our comments. You told us to do a year-end recap. So this is what we're doing now.
Had to do it.
But thank you for being in here, man. Really appreciate you. Okay, if I'm the decider here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also, I like the Bo Nickel knockout. I'll pick that, but I also, a little part of me wanted to pick it just to put pressure on Tricor.
Okay, I'm going Almeida.
Oh, I win. I have not lost a side yet. I got to be honest. Like
Tricor, you heard that? You heard that?
What does that even mean? You ain't lose.
Let me rephrase. I've been in the majority. We'll put it that way. I need to use my. It's been a long day. I need to use my English better. It's been a long year, man.
The great ones stray away from the popular pick. I'm going Almeida. I'm going Almeida. I think for the comeback factor, Bo Nichols was really good.
Yeah, I mean, he was winning the whole fight, so I agree with that. I can see that.
Yeah, I got to go Almeida. I think that one was too good. Murphy Pico versus Ju Sung Yu.
Oof.
Oh, this is a good matchup. I'm going Murphy. I'm going Lerone Murphy.
Lerone. Yeah, I'm going Lerone too. That was I was on the wrong side of that fight, but
The great ones stray away from the popular pick. I'm actually going to say Ju Sung Yu is my knockout of the year. For my personal pick, Ju Sung Yu is my knockout of the year.
It's
a hot take.
That is a take of all time.
I just think the fact that he could stiff a guy like that is crazy to me.
But this from Tyler is why I'm going Murphy Pico.
Yeah, and that's valid. It's valid.
And they're both very good technical knockouts in their own right, so I can't weigh one over the other. Spinning back elbow, I think it was the best spinning back elbow of the year. So
without a doubt. It's crazy because the best spinning back elbow of the year before that was the fight before.
Yep. And not on this list, but Prates and Neal, which kind of kicked off this whole chain of spinning back elbows.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. But I gotta go because in what was the meta of 2025, we gotta have one in the final four. We gotta have an advance. Lopez Silva already got knocked out, so yeah, I gotta go Murphy. It is close, man. I think Ju Sung Yu, I don't know about knockout of the year, but I think that was a very, very strong knockout. Picture perfect left hook. But going Lerone Murphy, Prates and Leon versus Elijah Smith slam.
Now this I'm torn about.
Oh, Elijah Smith slam.
Yeah, I'm leading Elijah Smith slam too.
This is low key closer than y'all think, man.
Oh no, it's close. It
is. That's why I'm torn. I was leading that one.
I just went to bet that this body slam was more iconic than Ferreira on Goliath.
Dude, I just lit a fire in Chris, man.
Well, no, I also just think it was you can get body slammed and then be like, oh my god, what happened? Kazama didn't even have a chance to go what happened. He woke up in the hospital.
Yeah, it's Elijah Smith.
I think the whole thing about CP versus Edwards, because CP for that is crazy. I think Leon having never been knocked out before, this kind of pushed Prates into, okay, he is a serious contender. I'm gonna go Elijah Smith. I'm gonna go Elijah Smith. Yeah, the slam knockout has to make it to the final four. It just has to. Just because of technical skill. Prates' knockout was very impressive. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think all three of us going Elijah here. You just got to.
Yeah,
so good.
Got to. Real quick though, I just want to watch this one again because
it was so amazing.
Absolute. Oh my lord.
Bingo.
Wow.
This was crazy. We had never seen Leon slump like this.
Ever.
Someone clip what I just did, and they're gonna make it like a GIF or something.
Yeah, I gotta go Elijah. Wow.
Oh my god.
Goofy versus Salkild. Here we go.
These are my 2 and 3 in no particular order.
Call me crazy. Quill and Salkild.
I'm going Quill and Salkild too, I think.
Over Hoofy? Nah. I can't let this happen. Hoofy's spinning wheel kick was better than Salkild's head kick. I will convince y'all that knockout was better.
I think it's
it, bro. You're taking I'm not saying it was simple, but you're taking one head kick over a spinning wheel kick.
It's the cleaner kick. That's my thing. It's the cleaner kick.
What? Nah.
Yeah. Just look at how clean. So the heel. I'm getting to the nitty gritty to convince. The heel kick was great. The heel hits the head, but it's not a clean kick.
The heel swung its body to the side.
The heel.
If you know what meme I'm talking about, please let me know.
I do not know.
Body.
If that's the case, then and Tyler said it. Bo Nickel had a better head kick highlight than Salkild. I don't know if I agree with that, but
I don't agree with that at all.
In your logic, if that's your logic, Bo Nickel's head kick was better than Hoofy's.
Play Salkild.
Terrence, you're a funny guy.
John Dong, what's up, my man? Got here late. Yuri versus Khalil is fight of the year. Contender. Definitely a contender. I'm biased, so I'm
not laughing at you, John Dong. I'm laughing because it's rage baiting Shrikar.
It's literally just rage baiting me.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at that take. It's a contender though.
Oh,
It's
play the
got
Saul
to be
Kill.
Hoofy, man.
No, play the Saul Kill knockout. Okay, you play both.
Well,
like-
SoundCloud, I only have the Octagon interview, but you guys know how it
Oh,
went.
it's only the Octagon. Oh, okay.
Like this was clean, dog. This was clean.
I also just think like the
Hoofy's
crack
gotta be
you hear
one.
when Saul Killed hits Hakparas is crazy.
yeah, but his family owned a bakery.
Oh man, bro. Like
Like
how is that not a clean?
look
clean wheel kick?
it like swipe. It kind of swipes at it a little bit. Like he hits it.
Fam, what about that is slicing? He hit him head on. This was literally a picture perfect kick. Like
Saul Kill. I just think Saul Killed like Hakparas kind of goes into that kick a little bit, and Saul Killed makes that happen. That's why I'm going Saul Killed.
But I think what makes this even more impressive is Bobby was moving away from the kick and he still got slumped.
Let's see. Boom, right there. I think I'm sticking with Saul Killed.
No.
Chris,
way,
have you changed?
No way y'all are taking Sal killed over Hoofy, bro. There's no way. This was the most aura I've seen on a knockout this year.
You might be convincing Chris. Chris is now torn. He went Saul Killed earlier.
See, because now I'm remembering that Hoofy did a bunch of like gainers after he did the knockout when he was just flipping in the ring. Oh,
Dude, he
But that's
literally
not-
stood over Bobby Green's dead body, bro. Like, this is actually insane.
Chris, make the right decision, please.
all
Chris,
right. I'm going to make the right decision.
And he's
You
going to
have
switch
to
the
pick
pick.
Mauricio Rubin.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So is Barbosa's heel kick back? We regard Barbosa's heel kick as one of the greatest knockouts of all time.
Yeah, because that's a clean knockout. You hear the freaking crack when that happens. That's why I like.
Hoofy.
Not really, no.
Tyler, I'm saying, dog, this is a clean Hoofy.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I think
also-
it's a good debate.
I will also just say the UFC gave it to Saul Killed. Just throwing that out there.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
They're tripping. I don't even
They
think
gave
the
it to
UFC
Saul
honors
Killed.
happened yet.
I thought they. If I googled UFC knockout of the year.
Hey Siri, when are the UFC honors? All right, that didn't help.
I got you.
Okay. So this was across 42 ballots submitted by CBS Sports Combat experts. So this is a CBS thing, and Saul Kill wins that one. Honorable mention number 1, Hoofy versus King Green. Jusung Yu did not get nominated, man.
So it's not a valid list. It's got to be Hoofy. Like it just has to be.
All right, you guys changed my mind. I'm going Hoofy. Sorry. You pressured me. Peer pressure. It works. It worked.
Now I'm gonna be ride or die for Hoofy this whole bracket. It's over.
So, I have an interesting thing about the actual ones nominated for the UFC awards. There's one that is nominated for the UFC awards that we do not have on our Ufufu.
Team Money says Hoofy's better.
I'm disagreeing with that.
I'm glad you all picked Merab as fighter. Yeah, he had to get it.
Yes.
He had to get it. No doubt in my mind.
I hope you liked my Islam rage bait.
So Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal is one of the 5 nominees for UFC Knockout of the Year for the actual UFC, and we don't have it.
But I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Prates and Neal would have made it that far.
Yeah, I also think Prates' knockout over Edwards is a better knockout for Prates this year.
Okay, here's my whole reasoning. Quillen Salkild's knockout, we could see in 2026. It is very much an open question whether we are going to see a knockout like Hoofy's in 2026. Or in the next.
I agree with that.
When is the last time we saw a spinning wheel kick?
Mauricio Rufy.
Hey,
Start with me, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't act dumb, I should say. Don't be dumb. Shout out ASAP Rocky. Don't be dumb with me.
Hey, last thing on this, and then let's move on.
I'm a silly guy.
Give me 1 second. I just want to show you something. Last thing.
This better not be another CBS list, man. Even worse.
All right, I had to do it. Anyways, well, let's go to the Final 4.
It's got to be Hoofy, man.
Yeah.
All right. Cesar Almeida versus Lerone Murphy. Close.
Lerone.
Going Lerone.
I'm going Lerone too. Maybe we can make that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Lerone. John Jones is fighter of the year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
For vacating the belt. I like that.
Thank you.
But I think we're all going Lerone here.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
I think
best spinning elbow knockout of the year.
Yeah. I think we have a clear-cut number one now. After you pick Lerone for the championship.
Who's winning baddie of the year?
Herb Dean.
No comment.
I think Herb Dean wins baddie of the year.
Yeah, Herb Dean.
I think.
Oh no, you know who does? You know who wins baddie of the year? Rizvan Kuniev. Terrence will agree with me.
Personally, I'll give it to John Pork. I'll give it to my boy John Pork. We're all going Lerone though.
Yeah.
Wait, can there be co-winners of baddies of the year?
Who's your co-winner?
Shrikar and Sam.
Oh,
dashing human beings.
Hey, I really appreciate that. But pause.
Big pause.
Mauricio Hoofy versus Bobby Green going up against Elijah Smith Slam. This is like me and Chris like going to war right now. Like this is gonna be crazy.
I'll get the popcorn out and just watch y'all debate this, and then
I'm going Hoofy. I'm going Hoofy. I don't care what y'all say. The stakes were bigger. They're both rare types of knockouts. Give me Hoofy. I'd love to hear an argument for the power slam. I will rebuttal. Is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going with Roofy.
Oh my God. I'm so
yeah, I'm going. I'll make it quick. I'm going Hoofy, and I think that's going to be our knockout of the year because I think his knockout is a lot better than Lerone Murphy's too.
It was about to lose to Quillen Salkild.
Because Salkild had the better knockout, bro. Can we also just talk about the fact that Ilya Charles got eliminated round 1?
That's heinous. That's so heinous. And guys, if you didn't see the opening rounds of this bracket, Ilya Charles was matched up with Hoofy and Green, and we went with Hoofy. So
Hoofy almost got lost round 1, man.
I wouldn't even almost. We all agreed that Hoofy was getting put through.
Yeah.
But
No. It's we can click the blue, and then we can click what color is it? I'm guessing blue. Yes, it's blue. We're taking.
I personally, I would go Lerone.
What's wrong with you, man? Why do we do all this work and then you just go the opposite direction?
Well, it's okay because Roofy's gonna get put through, but I would go Lerone.
I would not go Lerone.
Explain your reasoning. Try and convince us.
Stakes a lot higher for that fight. Bellator Golden Boy expected to run through Lerone. Lerone undefeated. Pico.
Bobby Green is hood jitsu master. Like
I guess Pico put him BTA for the first, not BTA. He was winning the first 3 minutes of the fight. Went on an entry, and it was just a lot more flush of a hit.
Hey, chat, is Chris tweaking?
Chris tweaking? Chat? He is tweaking.
I think it was a lot more flush of a knockout.
Again, with this whole flush of a knockout, the spinning wheel kick landed flush. I don't think there's a debate about like which one landed more flush. I think both of them landed flush.
I think Lerone's was very good.
All right, well, you're not the lone wolf on that, brother. I'm going Mauricio Hoofy, and that is going to be our knockout of the year. We'll put
that on the sheet.
We'll bring this down. We'll put this back up. We're not gonna say everyone's in agreement. So for me, you can put Hoofy and Green. For Sam, you can go Juice on you, and then for Chris,
what would you pick for your knockout of the year?
Is it gonna be Lerone?
Wait, say it again. Sorry, I'm typing.
What would be your knockout of the year?
Elijah Smith.
Nah, even though you chose Hoofy over.
I know, I'm joking. What would be my knockout of the year? I think it would be between Salkild and this. and Lerone.
And then you pick Hoofy over Salka. What?
Yeah, I got peer pressured.
Nah, he knows. He knows.
He's done. He's in time. We're putting Chris in timeout.
He knows what was the better knockout. You know what I mean? Like, no way no one had Merab Umar as comeback of the year. Yeah, I think there's an argument.
There's an argument, but
I wouldn't say it was the comeback of the year. You know?
Well, here's my thing with comeback of the year for that fight. After round 2, after Umar was up 2 rounds to nothing, you knew that Merab was gonna win. Like, I didn't really see it was a comeback, but I didn't really see it as that.
Ooh,
it was a comeback technically.
I think John Dong is a good point. What about Tatsuro Taira versus Muhammad Makayev as a fantasy matchup?
Don't tempt me with a good time, bro.
That would be unreal.
I ran into Muhammad Makayev when I was in Qatar. Really nice guy, by the way. We got a selfie and everything.
Interesting.
Bring that man back to the
I haven't seen that. You got to send me that selfie. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, my Wi-Fi was so bad in that high school gym they had in Qatar, but
oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I met Muhammad Makayev, which was awesome. Really, really good guy. But there you guys go. These are our MMA War Roomies. Obviously going to be an annual segment, you know. Charlton Almeida, worst of all time of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, it's him or Patchy.
Yeah.
Patchy Mix is very much in that conversation.
Nah, but Patchy technically got a win.
Oh, yeah, in Bellator. Yeah, I guess. Wait.
No,
he didn't.
Didn't he beat Wicklash?
No, he lost to him.
He lost to him.
Did he? Oh, yeah, I'm bugging.
Yeah, that was in the UFC.
I remember that.
Yeah, beat him.
I don't know why I ever thought I should put Patchy Mix.
Split decision is a moral victory.
His last win came against a guy named Magomedov. Like
Tyler makes a good point. Oh, wait, how do I do this? You guys are about to see how bad I am at.
Patchy is the fraud of the year. Like, there is no debate.
Fraud of the year. It's Patchy Mix.
It's got to be
Patchy Mix. It's a unanimous.
I gave the guy too much credit.
I think we all did.
This is all of us like it's just admitting fault. Like Patchy Mix was rough, very very rough.
Yeah. Anyways,
but there it is, man.
There it is, our War Roomies, first annual War Roomies.
And as a special treat to y'all that are still in here, we're looking ahead to 2026. I don't know if Sam can stay for this, but
I cannot stay. But hey, see you guys next year. Sorry.
Get out of here.
I am so making that a GIF.
But hey, Sam, we appreciate you. You want to give him an actual goodbye? I got him in timeout.
Yeah, I'll give it an actual goodbye. I had to do that. Look, it's been a great year starting this.
Which is not over, by the way. We're gonna have more content through the end of 2025. Well, the end of 2025.
We have one more day in 2025. So,
but we're gonna have content first week of 2025. So
2026.
6.
It's been a great year, man.
Saying the same thing. Don't worry.
I'm obviously like, it has been a very busy year for me. I moved across the country, then back across the country. So I've been cross country twice for permanent living situations. And I'm just blessed I get to do this with y'all, man. I'm glad that we could keep in touch. We used to basically all live with each other. And then we all moved out, and it's been a great way of keeping in touch with each other, just sharing what we love with MMA, and just having a fun time, man. It's always there's some times where, I mean, I'm a busy man. I'll put it that way. And when I need a break, I can always go to the War Room to just let loose, unleash my thoughts. I love this. Never take it for granted. I love you boys so much.
Yes, sir. Love you too.
You're leaving forever. You're going to be back in a week.
I know. I'm just saying cheers. I was about to say cheers to 2026. Cherish your blessings in 2025.
Yes,
and then 2026, we're back at it, man. Let's
go.
Back
at
I got a Paramount Plus subscription for Christmas.
Yes, sir.
So I am locked in.
We are all locked in. Paramount.
Yeah, I need to buy it.
Era is upon us. Thank you, Sam. We will see you very, very, very soon.
See you guys.
Catch you, man. Catch you. All right. So this morning, me and Chris were having a very, very, very heated debate with T Money. T Money is still in here. We're going to give y'all some early predictions for UFC 324. Now, we never really got the chance to go over all the different fight announcements, so take this as our late gift to y'all because we never really got to go over them, and a lot of fight news drops. So we're going to go over all of it. UFC 324, 5, 6. All of it is going to be covered. I'm actually going to pull up the UFC page because I think they have all the confirmed fights on there. Mm-hmm. But we're going to start with UFC 324. Y'all know the main event, Gaethje and Pimblett, all right? And look, we had a heated debate about this. My early prediction is Paddy Pimblett submits Justin Gaethje in the second or third round. All right? Now fire away at me. Chat, if I'm tripping, let me know. I think Paddy's going to win this fight, and I think he's going to finish Justin Gaethje. Tapology has more updated fight lists. Good shout. We're going to go to Tapology. Tapology, UFC 324. Gaethje Pimblett, perfect.
Oh, yeah, you can zoom in on that.
Hey, look at the poster. But yeah,
we'll start with the poster. I didn't see the poster.
I got you.
Ooh, that's a good poster.
Pretty good poster.
That's a good poster. I like that. I like
the
color.
We've seen from the UFC before, but
yeah, I like the color gradient.
All right, so Team Money thinks I'm tripping. Tyler's got Paddy. Tyler, we're about to go to war, man. I'm a little sick right now, so I got a little bit of a sore throat. I hate to stutter right now, but we are going to go to war. I got Paddy Pimblett finishing Justin Gaethje in this fight. Chris,
nope.
Fire away.
I got Justin Gaethje. Look, I'm a big Paddy fan, and I really think that he does have the tools to be very good in this fight game, and he's already proven it multiple times. However, I just feel like Justin Gaethje always gets underestimated. I feel like he's one of those fighters where, you think he's not fragile, but you think he creates chaos and too much chaos for his own good. I don't see Paddy really being able to dominate this fight. You see Terrence saying Gaethje is faster than Paddy. I don't know if I necessarily say that Gaethje is faster than Paddy. I would probably give the edge to Paddy in that. I think Gaethje hits a lot harder than Paddy does. And I don't know. I feel, I don't know why. Like, how do you think the fight's going to get to the ground? Like, do you think Paddy's just going to shoot takedowns?
He's not, though. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
He's going to knock down Gaethje.
I think Paddy will literally knock Gaethje down in this fight. It'll be a club and sub. That's how he's going to do it.
I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I feel like if it becomes a war where it's just straight grit and who can be tougher, I think Gaethje wins that 10 times out of 10.
But I feel like we're very much underestimating Paddy in those situations.
I think we are underestimating. Like, I think Paddy does get underestimated, but I also think that Gaethje's underestimated too. Okay, we're gonna act like he didn't get taken down by Fiziev immediately. Put an inverted triangle.
I'm saying,
but that's different because Fiziev's not known for takedowns, so it's not like something that
worse.
But he wasn't. But he's not gearing up to be taken down by someone like Fiziev. It was a surprise takedown. By that merit, Peyton Talbot took down Henry Cejudo multiple times. Like, who thought that he was gonna shoot on Henry Cejudo? Definitely not Henry.
And Talbot won the fight very clean. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot different. Gaethje and Henry Cejudo are in two different playing fields. Like, that was Cejudo's retirement fight, and this is Gaethje's. I don't know. I just really don't think that it's gonna be. I don't think that it's gonna be like that. I think if Paddy wins, it's gonna be by knockout, and I don't think it's gonna be a club and sub. I don't think Gaethje's gonna find his way to the floor.
I don't know, man. Justin is 37. I'll give him his credit. Still dangerous, still elite, still has those leg kicks, still has bombs. But Paddy is younger, in his prime, active, confident. Like, the confidence on Paddy right now is crazy, right? And
I agree.
The grappling is a real problem. Can Paddy win on the feet? Bro, people act like Paddy is a meme striker. He is not. He's actually a legitimately good striker.
He's a good striker, but I don't think he's winning a war on the feet with Gaethje.
He's fast. He throws straight. He kicks well. He's confident. He's willing to exchange. Like,
I think that all changes once Paddy eats 3 leg kicks.
He'll be ready to check them. Like, at some point, like, he's not gonna...
Dude, you can check Justin Gaethje's leg kicks. That is still gonna hurt so bad.
Scousers don't get knocked out. So
I think we're about to see a
even if
Scouser
it's my
get
leg
knocked
kick
out.
TKO, it's not going to happen.
I don't know. I think this might be a humbling experience for Patty.
I think you're underestimating. Gaethje can be put on his back much easier than you think. Like, we said the same about the Chandler fight.
Nah, I was on Patty that fight.
Exact same things. Like,
yeah, but Chandler's actually. I want to say actually old. They're like the same age, but Chandler took so much more damage than Gaethje has, to the point where he's really not the same fighter that he was when he entered the UFC.
But Gaethje's not the same either. Like,
I don't know. I think he is. I don't think we've really seen any crazy regression from Justin Gaethje. Obviously, he's not going to be the same exact fighter, but I feel like there's a big difference between regression with Chandler and Gaethje.
I don't think it's that wide. Like,
but also Chandler's not even a striker, and he's a good wrestler, but he's not. I don't know how to classify Chandler. He's just a brawler, but Gaethje's a very calculated brawler.
Gaethje might win by decision, to be honest, especially if he can keep the fight off the ground. He's not going to keep it off the ground. That's the problem. At some point in this fight, he has 5 rounds to work with. Patty will get it to the ground at one point or another in those 5 rounds. He was eating some bombs against Chandler, and Chandler is better on the ground than Gaethje. I think they're about the same on the ground, to be honest.
I mean, they're both wrestlers, and we're not going to see any jiu-jitsu from them. But I don't know. I still hold Gaethje's wrestling in very high regard. I think his takedown defense is very good. Even though it sits at 64%, I still think it's very, very good.
What fight are you guys looking forward to the most next year? I'm hyped for Silva versus Allen and Fluffy versus Strickland.
Fluffy versus Strickland is going to be a banger.
I got like quite a few that I'm hyped for. I'm hyped for this fight, first of all.
I'm also hyped for the GWOAT fight, Nunes versus Harrison.
Nunes Harrison is going to be awesome. Silva Allen will be a banger. Gaethje Pimblett is going to be a hell of a fight. As much as we bicker about who's going to win, this is going to be an incredible fight.
I think it's going to be a great fight, though. Don't get me wrong.
100%. I just think the fight is silly for a title. I want Charles versus Max. UFC 326, brother. That's another one I'm looking forward to. I'm scared for Strickland because Fluffy took Michel Pereira's soul, but can Fluffy take Strickland's soul? I think that is the major question we're about to find out. He snatched Pereira. He snatched Elidze. Strickland will make it tough. He will make it tough. I don't really.
And by the looks of it, he might have snatched RDR's soul.
100%. I think my early pick is Fluffy by decision. I think Strickland will make it through all 5.
Yeah, Strickland's a dog when it comes to making it the distance.
It's like, this is such a weird fight to me because Strickland is like the one guy where you could see Fluffy can't like do his classic Marab type stuff too. You know?
Yeah.
If Gaethje loses this, I think he's going to retire.
I agree with that because this is like his last stand. That's why the UFC probably gave him this, especially with the whole thing with Ilya happening. I mean, who knows? It really could have been Gaethje versus Ilya, and this was supposed to be the fight, and now Ilya is going through his own personal matters, and the next fight to make was Gaethje versus Patty.
And if we're talking about Gaethje Patty, we should also bring Armin into the discussion because when is he not going to be in any discussion?
I don't know, bro. Dana seems like he has him in the doghouse, and he already said he knows what's up. So it's not like Arman's in the dark about anything. And you know, I think Dana should have proved a point with the whole thing. He ruined the main event, and then he likes to run his mouth, and you know he's not great at following through on things. At least we haven't seen. And then the whole Dan Hooker thing, headbutting him on the weigh-in stage. I mean, that could have been catastrophic. That could have ruined another main event. So yeah, I think Arman needs I think he needs to lay low, but he also needs to get in the UFC's good graces and really just kind of be like the teacher's pet, if that's how we're classifying it.
I will point out though, after everything Armin went through to get himself back into the title picture, especially considering the weight cut concerns in the past and, you know, all the rumors, it would be a real shame for him to lose in possibly his only title opportunity because of a needlessly quick turnaround, you know? And let's be real. There was always no chance. They would never put Armin Sarukian to headline this event because of how big this event is going to be.
Right. Oh, 100%. They cannot put any sort of risk on this event.
You can't risk putting Arm in there. So I believe we've talked about it before. The UFC wants to put Paddy as close to the title as they possibly can. So they gave him 2026 Justin Gaethje, which is another reason why I'm going with Paddy Pimblett, because he was put in this spot for a reason. I think he is going to beat Justin Gaethje. Clear cut. I think he's going to finish him. And this is another thing. Justin doesn't really knock people out, anymore. Like, he's not like a clean one-shot KO guy. He's more of like okay, I'm going to put the hurt on you for 5 rounds, and then all the damage will accumulate. And then by that point, you're going to get finished, So I think that actually helps Paddy, because he's going to have more opportunities throughout the fight. Exactly. I'm not giving Armin the shot. He's a liability, and a lot of money is involved. Yeah. This is the most important part of the UFC since 300. So, Justin is a volume guy. He's a volume finisher.
But the volume hurts.
But I think the big swing is he is completely out of his league in a submission-focused grappling battle, which at some point over 5 rounds, Paddy will get it there. People said the same thing about Gaethje and Charles. Like,
it would be hilarious if Gaethje took Paddy down and submitted him.
That would be crazy, but that's not happening.
Oh my God. If I had to set the method for that right now, it would definitely be like plus 3,000.
Because even if he has Paddy on his back, Paddy's gonna get him in a triangle. Like,
exactly. It's not that would be actually hilarious. I wouldn't stop laughing until 325, which is the next week.
But I think if Paddy was gonna beat any top 5 lightweight of the last, say, like 5 years, it is this version of Justin Gaethje. They gave him, I think this is, honestly, I won't say a layup, but it's kind of near a layup for how good lightweight is.
I like it, Tyler. The world is not sunshine and rainbows.
It is not.
It's not. But it's going to be a great fight regardless. And that's why it's fun to have these conversations and have the War Room, because it's the War Room for a reason. We're supposed to debate. We can't be linear all the time.
All right, let's get into the co-main.
Dude, it's gonna be so good. Kayla Harrison, she's winning. She's winning. I'm saying it now.
I'm very, very excited for this one. I'm really hoping Nunes is not compromised in any way, because obviously she spent a lot of time out of the octagon. I'm hoping she comes back into this fight like she did against Aldana, or like she did against Juliana Pena in the second time around. Someone's getting destroyed on the ground. His name isn't Paddy Pimblett. That's facts. Gaethje is going to get mauled on the ground. People said the same thing about Charles and Gaethje. And this is the last thing I'm going to say before we actually get to this women's fight. He's going to find a way. Paddy will find a way to get it to the ground.
I don't know. I don't. But Charles is not. I mean, Paddy is not Charles.
And Charles did it by club and sub. I think Paddy is, at that level of striker that Charles is on. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like,
I wouldn't say that personally.
Honestly, I wish there was some effort to make this into an opportunity to shift women's bantamweight to 140. That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's so hard. Because then
would you have Paddy beating Max? Max is not Gaethje. Why are we comparing Max to Gaethje?
He lost me monies.
Lighter man skill. Shout out Tyler. My guy. Lighter man skill. It always comes through.
This gosh darn lighter man skill. You're right. But
I think,
darn it.
Either way, I think this fight will be fun. It'll be very competitive. I think someone is definitely going to get finished in this fight. I don't think this goes the distance.
Oh, no, definitely not. If
it's going to be Kayla by sub or Nunes by KO, in my opinion. Could Kayla win by knockout?
If
Nunes comes in extremely washed, then maybe.
Ooh, good question that we didn't do.
Yeah.
Female fighter of the year. Yo, good. That's a very good question, John.
You know what?
Harrison for you. I could see. I mean, I could get behind that. I'm going Val. I was going to say I'm going Val. Very tough fight against Manon Fior. And beating Zhang Wei Li. I feel like I just feel like I have to go Val, but Harrison is definitely second in my opinion.
Hey, and if Nunes loses this fight to Harrison, Valentina Shevchenko is the undisputed women's GOAT. Like, I think now it's a little bit of a debate. I'd still lean to Shevchenko, but
yeah, I still have Val.
It will not be debated if Nunes loses to Kayla. Now, whether we say Val is the greatest combat female fighter of all time, that may be another thing, because then Kayla has an argument now. But Chris Cyborg,
yo, she's still kicking. She's still fighting.
Yeah, go get that PFL bread. Shevchenko should be banished.
Oh wait, there's someone we forgot. I guess. Are we limited to UFC?
I mean,
could be Dakota Deceva.
Dakota over Val. I'm sorry. I like Dakota a lot.
I cannot wait until she comes to the UFC. It's inevitable.
Yeah, it'll happen.
She is going to be so good.
I can't wait for Paul Hughes to come to the UFC.
Yeah, I do, bro. Oh my God, he keeps getting hosed in PFL by those judges.
Low-key, bring him to the UFC, put him against Jalen Turner this year, 2026.
I like that. I think he needs to get out of PFL. He beat Usman last fight.
Yeah. Shevchenko should be banished to fight night main event so she can stop stinking pay-per-views. He's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, though. Paul Hughes is a top 20 fighter, maybe. You're saying in lightweight? In lightweight, I'd agree. In lightweight,
in lightweight, I mean, I think he could be ranked in lightweight.
Yeah, 100%. But early pick, I'm going Kayla.
I'm going Kayla too.
I'm going Kayla by finish.
I think she's just gonna suffocate her.
I just think there's less unknowns on the side of Kayla. But yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all if Nunes pulled this off.
Oh yeah, I mean, she has bricks for hands, so.
Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong, our featured bout. Kung Fu Kid versus Sugar Sean. This has been the clear fight to make, especially with
Corey. We were calling for it too.
I mean, we wanted Corey versus
we wanted Corey versus O'Malley, but then Corey got the title shot.
Yeah, Corey needs some time before he's ready to come back properly. O'Malley by decision. I think O'Malley will be a heavy favorite here.
Yeah, I got Sean.
And I also agree. I think it'll be Sean O'Malley by decision. I cannot deny, though, I think Song Yadong has some potential to make something happen.
He has knockout power. He's a very good striker. Very tight and technical as well. So it's going to be on O'Malley to kind of draw him out of that. But if Song Yadong doesn't really put the pressure on him and O'Malley just fights the range game, because he's going to be a lot bigger and a lot longer than Song, I think then it's gonna be O'Malley's fight to lose, in my opinion. But if Song can make it dirty, it might be tough for O'Malley, because Song Yadong he can put your lights out. He really can.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't choose Valentina as female fighter of the year. She's good, but I hate her if I would. I mean, it's fair.
I can see that. It's okay.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a couple different options, but I think both of us going Sean O'Malley here. I don't think anything will switch leading up to the. I will say, do not be surprised if this fight is 1-1 heading into the third. I think Song Yadong will take a round in this fight. It could get very interesting. I think people might be underestimating Song Yadong a little bit here. So I will go Sean O'Malley, though. I think he bounces back.
Oh my! Did you see the line for Umar versus Figgy?
I bet Umar is probably like minus 1,200 or something.
Yeah, he's a minus 1,600. That's insane.
All right, boys. We're sprinkling Figgy money line.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that is
worth the sprinkle. Like,
yeah, that is insane.
I mean, Umar is going to win.
I might have to bet on that now so I can get it early.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. It kind of feels like doing it. Like Umar is going to win.
Yeah, he probably is, but like still minus 1,600. That's a lot.
We'll jump to that like right now. Like,
yeah, you're definitely gonna have to get that right now. O'Malley's minus 250 against Song.
Dude, you know it's a solid card when Umar is on the damn prelims.
Yeah, insane.
I am actually a fan of this fight. So what I thought they were gonna do with Umar, I thought they would save Umar for Zahabi to headline the next Canada card. Because I think they wanted to make it a fight night, but I mean this will work just as well, if not better.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Obviously for Figgy, this is his clear final opportunity to make himself a title challenger at 135. coming off the win over Montel Jackson, split decision.
Deus Guerra. I love that nickname.
For that, he got finished by Sandhagen, and then he lost to Piotr Jan. So, yeah, this is kind of his last shot. I think if Figgy loses this, we could see a potential retirement. Because if he loses, I mean, this is the end of the road. Where's Figgy going to go from here?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think him moving up to bantamweight was a good decision.
It was. I mean, I think I saw a video today on Twitter, and it was showing the shape that Figgy is in, and I was like, dude, how did he make flyweight? Like,
yeah, no, he was cutting a
brutal cut.
He definitely walks around at like 160.
Around that, I would say. I mean, that's crazy to go from that to 125.
Right.
I don't know how these fighters do it, but
I don't either.
I think Tyler said valid odds. I tend to agree. Like, Umar is going to win this fight. He is going to send Figgy to retirement. I don't think there's any debate.
Yeah, I got Umar too.
Let's get into this one. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis is always live, man.
It's a pretty good hustle from the UFC to get Waldo a new opponent and make sure that it'll maximize the value of this win streak that he's on. Putting him up against Derek Lewis was the perfect next step, in my opinion. I think this is good matchmaking. Lewis is probably the best ranked opponent they could find, Big D Lou, the best ranked opponent they could find on this timeline, because Waldo wanted to fight on the last Apex card, the Royval Cop card, and he didn't get on that, but they put him on 324. And Lewis, obviously, very high-profile guy. He is definitely going to put eyes on Waldo. And Waldo's obviously made himself a real contender in the last 2 months. Okay, when Lewis fought Teixeira, we bet on Lewis. We all picked Lewis.
Yep.
Made some good money that night.
That was so free at plus 200.
But Waldo is starting to turn into a guy that I literally just cannot bet against. You know what I mean? Like,
he's becoming what I always thought he was going to be. I was high on him when he came into the UFC. This guy, he was so raw in the beginning, and now we're watching a very good heavyweight flourish into a top 5 fighter. And I really think that personally, I don't think he could beat Tom Aspinall, but I think he could. I think he's going to be a perennial top 5 guy for as long as, he goes.
Which, by the way, Tom Aspinall is going to smoke Ciryl Gane in the rematch. You heard it here first.
Trump if he can see correctly, I'll lend him my glasses.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I think Waldo is the early lean. I mean, Waldo has a really good chin, but like, it's Derek Lewis. So like, no matter how good your chin is, it kind of does not matter in this fight.
Yeah, it's going to be who lands the first big shot.
And community is going Waldo by knockout. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to decision. I'll say that much. But that's going to be a good fight. And then opening the main card.
Yeah. By the way, Waldo's odds are minus 300.
I think it should be closer to like minus 250.
Yeah. Derek Lewis sprinkle?
That could be a cheeky sprinkle. Lewis by KO could be a very cheeky sprinkle. But Allen versus Silva, what a fight this will be. This was one of the ones that John was looking forward to. Love seeing Arnold Allen back in the UFC, and glad they aren't kicking John to the curb quite yet. This is a pretty favorable, or not favorable, but advantageous matchup for John Silva. I could see this going either way. Like, I don't know who's going to win this fight. Allen is technically excellent, and I think he could find real pathways to shut Silva down. But Silva is so weird, so high level, and he's so powerful when he connects. I think Allen could very well be like completely overwhelmed in this fight. I'm pooping, not gonna lie. Hey, hope you're enjoying the War Room on the toilet, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of the best spots to watch us, in my opinion. Lewis could definitely beat Waldo. Lewis has beaten a lot of hype prospects like Teixeira and Marcos Rogério. 100%. But I think the question is Waldo a prospect? Is Waldo on the same level of a Taliesin Teixeira or a Marcos Rogério de Lima? I think he is actually a real
better.
But with this fight, I simply do not know, man. Like, I'm gonna lean Silva. I don't know. I think there is a real path for Allen to win this, though.
I agree. And let's see what the odds are as of right now. Jean Silva minus 225.
If you want to bet Allen, be my guest. I'm personally not going to be doing it, but that could be worth it.
Definitely taking the over on significant strikes in this matchup.
Dude, me too, Tyler. I really still think John be a champion. And I said it right after the Lopez fight too. Like he just got too overzealous. Like he I don't know what
he made it an ego fight. It became an ego fight.
He fought emotionally and he paid for it. I don't think he's going to make those same mistakes again. And if he does, then fool me once, fool me twice. But Waldo also took a clean punch from Pavlovich. Imagine if Lewis hits him clean like that. I don't know. Sergey's got a lot of power. I won't say more than Lewis, but yeah, it's going to be hard to avoid the big one. I think a good safe prediction is maybe Waldo gets knocked down at least once in that fight. And then maybe he manages to get back up. But it's really hard to bet on that because once Lewis gets you down, it's kind of
he's just going to lay on you and then it's pretty much clipped.
Lopez versus Silva was such a good fight. I wish it was longer. Yeah, I think that was a contender when we did Fight of the Year. I think in those 2 rounds, all action, right? All action. I mean, it was an incredible fight. It was an incredible fight for 2 rounds. I just wish Silva didn't get too reckless with it. But this is going to be an amazing fight. I can't wait for this, and I'm glad it's opening the main card. Looking at more of the prelims, Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. I think this is definitely the right fight to make. Bukauskas has been overdue for a rank shot, and Krylov is obviously in a position where he's got to defend his ranking. My early pick will be Bukauskas by knockout. I think he's going to starch Krylov. Krylov obviously coming off back-to-back knockouts, one against Reyes at UFC 314, and then lost to Bogdan Guskov by knockout in the first round. And I believe that was on the Abu Dhabi card, if I'm not mistaken, the Abu Dhabi fight night. So, yeah, this is make or break. Make or break for Krylov, 100%. I think Modestas gets it done, though.
I like Modestas in this fight. I think this is a favorable matchup for him.
100%. And I think the odds reflect that, too. We went over Umar and Figgy. Gautier versus Andre Pulayev. Pulayev is our new sacrificial lamb. I think this is the perfect fight to continue building Gautier. I won't say sacrificial lamb necessarily. I do think there is no need to rush Gautier any more than this. And Pulayev is very beatable if Gautier is who we really think he is. But he is also more than capable of sniffing out that this guy really isn't much of a prospect if that ends up being the case. I think Pulayev could stand a decent chance in this fight. It's not a huge challenge, but I think this is the barometer fight for Ateba Gautier.
I agree. He's also a very big favorite.
And the way they're building Ateba right now, I think is perfect. Like, this is how you're supposed to do it. This
Give him a highlight reel, like an and one mixtape.
No, 100%. Like, keep building the reel. Every single fight they give him, besides Tristan Vines, they just keep raising the threshold up by a little bit. This is them raising the threshold once again. I think Ateba will pass this challenge. I think he will knock out Pulayev. Gautier has beat some of the worst fighters to ever be on the roster. Yeah, even before Tristan Vines, he was supposed to fight Ozzy Diaz. And Ozzy Diaz sucks. So it's like, Medina was the candidate. Yeah, and he fought Medina. Like, he is kind of, he's gaining the can crusher label. But Pulayev will be at least more of a test in that regard. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, he should win.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are the odds right now? I think Gautier is like minus 1,000 something.
Yeah, he's like minus 950, but he'll become even higher once it gets closer to the fight. But yeah, I like what they're doing with him. It's kind of like a slow cook for Ateba Gautier instead of killing his height. But this fight, oh my God, I'm looking forward to this.
Energy versus Alex Perez. I'm taking Energy in this fight. I think he's going to get it done. My guy, Energy, met him at International Fight Week. That's my dog. He's going to win. He's going to win. Alex Perez has a chance in probably like those first round But if it gets to the second and third, like later into those rounds, it's going to be energy. It's going to be Charles Johnson. So real quick, go on energy. I think this is an awesome fight. Definitely one of the better ones on the prelims. Josh Hokett and Denzel Freeman.
That's going to be a good fight.
That'll be a good fight. I think Hokett gets it done.
I do too. He's
Natalia Silva.
Oof. She's going to run through Rose.
Stepping in for Alexa Grasso to face Rose Namajunas. I gotta go Silva. I think this is a very risky fight for her to take, but I gotta go Natalia Silva. I think she is the better mixed martial artist compared to Rose Namajunas at this stage in both of their careers.
Agreed.
I want to see Charles Johnson versus Manel Kape. Yeah, that would be a banger. That would be an absolute banger if it happens. Natalia Silva genuinely beats the crap out of Shevchenko. I don't know. I think she will beat Val, but I don't know if it'll be that dominant. I think it'll be a 48-47 Silva. Val is very smart. Like, she's a very smart fighter. And obviously the MMA world is probably praying, absolutely praying that Silva wins that fight. But even when we look down the card, Michael Johnson and Alexander Hernandez is a good fight. Tercios and Smotherman, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not horrible. And then Ty Miller making his UFC debut, coming off Contender Series, going up.
Ty Miller will do good
against Adam Fugit.
Well.
But yeah, overall, I mean, this is an absolutely amazing card. Let's go to UFC 325 real quick. Let's see what 325 is looking like. Tapology, UFC 325. Obviously, we have no complaints about 324.
Nope. Zero.
Another awesome poster.
Yeah, that's sick.
That is a fire.
That is one of the best UFC posters I've ever seen.
I think it's mimicking GSP and Diaz.
Yeah, no, that is really cool.
But let's get into our main event. Obviously, people have their thoughts. Volk and Lopez going at it again. Oh, hold on. We got some petition to the next UFC main event in Rockford, Illinois. I'll sign the petition. I will do that.
I will sign it too.
Wasn't crazy. Yeah. They should do Blanchfield versus Shevchenko. Maybe Shevchenko wants. Blanchfield needs one more. He needs one more. We will be buying Paramount Plus immediately. Good man. Good man, Anish. 325 is okay. This is BS. All right, yeah, let's get into it, Chris.
I think it's a good this main event. I personally thought Lerone deserved it.
Yep.
Not sure what's going on that front. I mean, Lopez did make a huge statement against John Silva. It is in Wales, Sydney, New Wales. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
Australia, you got it, brother.
Yeah, Australia. South New Wales. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure it's Sydney, New South Wales. All right, I'm going to stop making a fool of myself and stop guessing geography. I'm not amazing at it. Yeah, I still think that this is a good fight. I would have liked to see Lerone in it, though. I think he deserved it because of what he did to Aaron Pico, and I felt like that was kind of the title eliminator fight. Funny enough, where is Movsar? We don't know where he is. He's MIA. He's kind of a hard fighter to push just because he's not super marketable. I think Lopez has made himself a very marketable fighter. But yeah, I mean, I have no objection other than I just would have liked to see Lerone. I think it's going to be a good fight. The thing is, I can really see Lopez knocking Volk out, which is so sad and it hurts.
Honestly, I think I'm going to predict that to happen.
Yeah, it hurts me so hard, but I can see it happening, man. I mean, we've seen a very good version of Diego Lopez, and even the fight he did fight against Volk was very close. He kind of just got outclassed by a veteran. It was just Volk was just pulling out vet skills, and Lopez, what I wouldn't say wasn't ready for it. He's just never been in the octagon with someone as good as Alexander Volkanovski. Second time around, I think it's a favorable matchup for him. I think that he's just going to throw caution to the wind, and he's not going to play it slow. I think Lopez's path to victory is guns a-blazing right at Volk. Put the pressure on him instantly. You put Volk on the back foot because Volk's very good at putting his opponents on the back foot. And the reason that Ilya was so successful against Volk is because Ilya put Volk on the back foot, and Volk's not used to that. And Volk's not a knockout artist. He's not a submission threat. So it's more of just, touching you up for 5 rounds or however long it's going to take. And he does have power. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a very powerful striker, but Diego Lopez is a different type of striker. You don't want him punching you in the face. And he's an arsenal now that we've never seen. So
did Volk get robbed versus Islam? No. It was a close fight, but it was not a robbery. Gaethje deserved the title shot just as much as Lopez. That's an interesting argument. More importantly, do y'all think Volk ever has to buy a beer in Australia? No. Paddy Pimblett beat a higher ranked guy in his last Lopez. Yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate truth of it all. Because if Lopez does end up going and knocking Volk out, Dana's going to justify making this decision. So to all the truthers about this.
Yeah, but John Silva's better than Michael Chandler. So does that really?
That is true. Yeah. John Silva is definitely better than Michael Chandler. But I think my biggest question going into this fight is, why did Lopez look so far from his usual self in the first fight? Was it fully because of what Volk was doing, or was it at least, partially a product of other pressures and things that could have compromised him? Because a Lopez who can really harness his usual, throwing with reckless abandon and swing for the fences with Volk is probably going to win. Like, if he doesn't treat this as a technical match and he just goes in there swinging, like you said, Chris, Lopez is going to win this fight.
I agree. Yeah.
He's going to win. And it's going to suck, man, because this is in Sydney too. And
if he gets Volk's retirement fight
like that, it's going to be painful, man.
I feel like all roads are leading to that.
Yeah, I think this is what it's looking like.
If he wins, he goes out on a high note. If he loses, he retires in his hometown.
Yeah, early pick is Lopez. Yep. Early pick is Diego.
I'm going with
you. I hope I can bring it within myself to pick Volk, because I picked Lopez in the first fight, and I picked Lopez by knockout in the first round in the first fight, and I was very wrong about that. But I think it's like the Pereira situation. We picked Pereira to beat Ankalaev in the first fight, and he lost, and then he came back, and we were all questioning, was he really his actual self in the first fight? Clearly he wasn't. I think the same thing is going to be said about Volk and Lopez, because what Diego at least showed me in the John Silva fight was different than that Volk fight. So, yeah, man, I got to go Lopez. It sucks, and I know people are mad about it. I thought it should have been Lerone. I thought it would be Movsar at some point. I did not think they were going to give Lopez the shot. But so it goes. Tyler thinks Volk got it. I want the strength to be able to pick Volk. I just can't bring myself to it. We'll see, though. We're weeks out. Things can change, but early pick is going to be Diego Lopez. This is an awesome co-main. Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Obviously, a very quick turnaround for Hooker after the Arman fight. I think BSD is going to finish Hooker. Yeah, BSD's got this. I don't see a war. I mean, maybe if Hooker's best chance is on the feet, but even then, I think BSD has what's necessary on the feet, and then he has that extra level on the ground. I'm going to take BSD by submission. I think he submits Hooker, which would suck, because then Dan Hooker loses by submission 2 times in a row.
That would be ass.
Man, both of Australia fighters going down. This sucks, but yeah, I'm gonna go BSD. I think he's gonna finish him.
I'm going BSD.
Don't rage, baby.
I'm going BSD too.
Yeah.
The God of War.
God of War himself. And then you followed that up with an incredible featured bout. Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Hufi. I don't know who I'm taking in this fight. I really don't know. I want to pick Fiziev.
I think Rufi got it because it's just going to be a striker's delight.
Yeah, but we said that about Bob Mundez. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna have to get back.
I picked Fiziev in that fight.
What's the community going with? Community is going Fiziev by decision.
Yeah. Hey, I picked Fiziev in that fight.
Yeah, I switched to Fiziev, so I don't know. Fiziev got it. Hoofy is too hesitant. Yeah, I'm gonna go Fiziev, man. I love Rafael Fiziev. I really like Mauricio Hoofy as well, but Fiziev was one of the guys for me, So yeah, Rafa, it's got to be. But this is gonna be an epic fight. Like this is gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be pure violence. I think I could book this as fight of the night, to be honest. Between this, I mean, Volk Lopez, if it goes the distance again, could win it, but like obviously, I don't think it's going to go the distance. So, yeah, give me Rafa. I think it'll go all 3 rounds, but I think he'll get it done. And we got to say, if Fiziev somehow gets Hoofy to the ground, which is very much a possibility, I think we could see something. But obviously, the reason they put Hoofy on this card, he's from Australia, or he's training in Australia, I should say, with Volk's camp. Rumors are saying he left the Fighting Nerds and he's just training with Volk and them because he just feels more comfortable out there, which I guess would make sense with the videos we've been seeing. Haven't really seen him around the Fighting Nerds much. I've kind of just seen him training with Volk. So let's see if that really changed anything. Tai Tuivasa, Taliesin Teixeira, Jimmy Crute, Dustin Jacoby. Overall, I think this is a good main card. Like,
yeah, I think it's shaping up well.
Main card, especially for Australian.
Jacoby the Hanyak.
Cam Rouston and Cody Brundage. Malkoon and Finney is going to be a snoozer. Quillen, Salkild, and Rongju. So Rongju apparently is out of this fight, which means Salkild is getting someone else. I wonder if they give him a can. I personally don't want to see it. Oh, okay. So Hoofy turned down the rumors. So he's still with the Fighting Nerds. But we'll see. It does make sense why they put him on the Australia card nonetheless. They rebooked McAuliffe and Elliott. I agree with that 100%. Ija going up against Con Offley. Ija might actually catch a body. Junior Tafa, Billy Elikana.
Oh, Sam's favorite.
And then we have...
the road to the UFC.
Shout out my guy, Sulang Rangbo.
He's very good.
Oh, Aaron Tao.
And Aaron Tao, yeah. I'm excited for Aaron Tao.
Yeah, overall, this is a good card. And we'll see what they got on the docket for... What else are we missing? UFC 326, obviously Charles versus Max.
Well, we talked about Houston too.
Yeah, we talked about Houston. Apex main event. Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. So I have a gripe with this fight, actually. I think this is... I really don't know what the UFC is going for here. I think that's
I'm confused.
Like Oliveira, if he keeps on getting matched with the right opponents, I think he could become a big fan favorite. Why would you give him Mario Bautista? Like, I think Mario is going to win this fight. All right. I think Vinicius still has quite a few major holes in his game, and Bautista seems like the perfect guy to kind of blow his entire approach apart, especially across 5 rounds. I think in a 5-round fight, Mario Bautista is going to win this fight, So I don't know what you felt about that. I just wanted to go over. They announced the main event. This is what it was. I'm going to pull up UFC 326 real quick as well.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. I'm not over the top about it. I actually like the co-main event a lot more. In Amir Albazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi,
which is, by the way, as close to a layup for Kyoji as the UFC possibly find.
I mean, he came back in a big way.
Yeah, I'm here for it though. I'm ready to see Kyoji just smoke Albazi.
Yeah,
there's always a chance that Albazi could come back looking like the Albazi of old, but I mean, after this many layoffs and health issues, I really doubt it. So this should propel Kyoji into the title discussion. Let's get into UFC 326. Obviously, main event. What needs to be said? This was the fight we wanted all along for BMF.
Oh,
this is incredible. Max versus Charles. I'm leaning Max. Y'all know me. Not picking against Max.
Yeah, I'm picking Max too.
Is there an outside chance of Charles by sub? Yes. There definitely is.
Very small.
It's pretty small, but it's there. I'm actually interested. Is community on Charles by sub? No, they're not. They are on Holloway. Holloway by knockout. Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
Could happen. especially now that Charles's chin is gone. Max TKO. I can see that happening as well. Yeah, this is a good fight. Also on the card, Renato Moicano welcoming Brian Ortega to 155 in a rematch. T-City versus Money Moicano.
I got Ortega bouncing back against Aljo.
I think Brian Ortega, moving up to 155 was the only option for him at this point. I don't think he should have been taking any featherweight fights. So give me Ortega. I think Ortega gets it done. And Moicano is kind of, I don't want to say he's past it, but he's kind of past it. I don't think it'll be tough, but give me Brian Ortega here. Kaio versus RDR. I'm going Kaio.
After what I just saw from RDR, yeah, I'm going Kaio.
And I guess a lot of what RDR, like we saw in the Allen fight, was due to the weight cuts and the constant draining of his body over this year. Yeah, I got to go Kaio. I think the matchup definitely favors him. He can kind of pick apart RDR in the clinch situations, which RDR will want. I think Kaio wins the clinch battles. Yeah, I think this is fairly simple. Kaio will win this fight, especially in a 3-rounder. If it was a 5-rounder, maybe it'd be a little different, but I'd probably still lean Kaio. Cody Garbrandt against Xiaolong.
Someone's getting slept.
God, poor Cody, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Cody.
Yeah, I think Xiaolong wins this fight by knockout. Dante Johnson is back against Dusko.
Jesus Aguilar versus Sumuderji. I like that.
That'll be a good fight. Rafael Tobias making his UFC debut against DR Nurgojai. I think Tobias will run through him.
Yeah, not a big fan of Nurgojai, especially after I picked him last time.
It was supposed to happen, but now Paulo Costa somehow, some way withdrew in like the first week it was announced. You got to find a new opponent for Fajeda. But overall, I think this card is shaping up well. We're going to see who the Fajeda replacement is, but I think the top 3 fights are good. And obviously, as we get closer to the White House event, I think they're going to make the cards a little less stacked.
Yeah, they're gonna drain it out. So when the White House card comes around, it's gonna be like, oh my god, I have to watch this.
Yeah, 100%. But what else are we missing? Brandon Moreno versus Asu Almabayev. I can pull that up.
I'm excited for that.
I have a bad feeling about that fight. I can't lie. Or not Moreno, Urseg. Moreno Almabayev. Here we go. Yeah, so this is our main event. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like how quick Moreno is taking this fight. But I think Asu probably poses the least risk of actual damage in the entire top 10. Unless one of those spin kicks connects, because then it's cooked. But I could really see this backfiring on Moreno, but feels like we've got to default to the same outcome that Urseg went through, that Albazi went through, until shown otherwise by Almabayev. I'm going to take Brandon Moreno to win this fight. Again, I'm a little skeptical, but I just think he's going to outpoint Asu over 5 rounds.
I agree.
He's got
veteran prowess.
100%. But I don't think we're missing any other fights. Those are the major ones that we wanted to cover. We've reached 2 hours on the stream, which we don't normally do. Almabayev is not dangerous.
He's not. I agree.
Sometimes he is, but yeah, I guess in a fight with Moreno, maybe not. But we want to thank y'all for tuning into the stream.
Yes,
again,
sir.
We will be back very, very soon.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all you guys.
My fireworks.
Dang, the one time we did fireworks.
Right? Wait. Can I do the fireworks?
Will it do it for me? No, I won't do it for me.
Oh, fireworks. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
From the War Room. We hope you guys ring in the new year well. Tyler, man, peace and happy
New Year. Thank you for tuning in, brother.
We'll be back at it once that new year starts. Once we get that Paramount Plus locked in, we're going to put out some content, especially before UFC 324.
Definitely.
So expect some stuff from us in the next few weeks. Now that I'm all settled in, we are not letting you guys down ever again. I know we took a little bit of a break from the streams. We didn't intend for that to happen. Life got in the way. but now life is proceeding as normal. We're back to it. So again, thank you guys for tapping in. We are the MMA War Room.
Socials.
Go ahead, check the socials down below. Like up the stream if you were here. Subscribe if you're new. And we will see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Yes, sir.